Bednar. What was the discussion like with those two, and why did you do that?
With them?
Yeah,
directly?
with them specifically.
Yeah, I mean, I had a chance to talk to both those guys over the last few days, and shared that, fully anticipated that, we'd get phone calls about them, and we did, and also shared with them that we're trying to win here as fast as we possibly can, and first priority would be to do that with them on the team, but we have to take the phone calls and listen, and that's part of the job. And so that happened, and when that happens, there's going to be rumors out there, and we just wanted to get ahead of that with them. So but they're Pirates, and we're excited about that, and also excited about the other work we're able to get done.
Then as far as the rotation going forward, he'll throw the second most innings, and we've talked about some of the guys that you've lost for this season.
Yeah.
How do you kind of figure Wolf and Falter, and maybe even some of the guys in the minors like Luis and Wazzy, contributing to the major league rotation during the season?
Yeah, I think over the course of the rest of the season, those names you just mentioned, certainly we hope can factor into that, and there may be others also, but we believe we have guys who are not currently on the active major league roster that can pitch innings and should pitch innings for us. We'll let the dust settle from today, kind of regroup with our staff and start to map out pitching here over the next few days. But you mentioned Falter in particular has had taken a lot of major league starts on a good team. He pitched in the playoffs, and he's someone where we've had an eye on for 2 or 3 years, and excited to get him here with the Pirates and get to know him better.
And how do you envision first base?
Yeah, so we acquired Alfonso Rivas in the Padres deal. Obviously, he's got a lot of experience. He's a very good defensive first baseman. He's always hit really well at the AAA level, has had some major league experience. So he'll report to the major league team probably in Milwaukee. And, I would say for the most part, we'd anticipate between Alfonso and Connor Joe, they would get the majority of the innings at first. We'll see. That's up to Shelty ultimately, but we have some other guys who can play over there also. So we'll see, but we expect Alfonso to be on the team when we get to Milwaukee.
Could Rivas be a potential long-term answer at first base? I mean, he's still 25.
He's one of those guys. He's young still. He's always hitting the minor leagues. He's an on-base guy. He makes it's a good at-bat. We've seen him with the Cubs, hurt the Pirates in the past, and he's an excellent defensive player. So, he's young. He certainly could. We look forward to getting to know him here in the next couple of months.
And I know you've discussed Henry catching. Will you call up a catcher, or will you go with Henry and Andy?
Yeah, Jason DeLay is actually here tonight and is active. Will be active because he's on his way. I haven't seen him down there yet, but he's on his way to the ballpark and here tonight. So he'll be active. So we'll have three catchers on the team here for the foreseeable future. Again, we'll leave it up to Shelty and the staff exactly when Henry gets behind the plate. We want to be fair to Henry and make sure he's getting the work he needs to be prepared for that, but anticipate that will happen at some point.
Ben, Carlos and Rich meant a lot to this team from a leadership standpoint. Now that most of the rookies are up here, was there consideration of just letting them stay in that role? How do you value that leadership at this time of year?
We certainly considered that. We considered a more passive approach and just keeping everybody. We felt like, and we weighed that versus, the opportunity to get some young talent or access to young talent that we didn't have a week ago, combined with, opening up opportunity for some guys that have a chance to be here for a longer period of time. When I had a chance to talk to all of Carlos, Rich, Austin, and Ji-Man Choi, also all four of them, we acquired them all this past offseason with the intent to get better. We felt like they could help us get better in 2023, and we hoped that would mean that we were having a different conversation today. We were having a different conversation in July, that we were we were in a better position in the division and the wild card and fighting for something, and that would have been a different trade deadline. But I shared with all of them my appreciation for them, because I do believe we brought them to the Pirates to help us get better. I believe we got better in part because of their contributions, both on the field and off the field, and So they did exactly what we hoped that all four of them did exactly what we hoped that they would do, and we'll be rooting for them. They'll have a chance to play in a playoff chase now.